What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Dragonfly Mace, and I am back again with another video on this red September 13th Saturday, right? But it's supposed to be red September, but it's not really looking that red. Anyway, I hope everyone has had a wonderful week. I hope that you made some money. And then I also hope that your favorite football team won, because we all know that it is football season and this is the best season of the year. All right. Also, too, I hope that you're having a better week. I know that we all had witnessed something very tragic right in our hands, like, at our fingertips. We all witnessed what happened, and my condolences goes out to Charlie Kirk, the family. That was really traumatic of what we saw. No matter how you feel as a person, this is America. You have the right to your own opinions and thoughts, beliefs, all that good stuff. But no matter how you felt about this individual, good or bad, he still was a man, right? A human being. And as a human being, seeing something like that, it can be very traumatic. So, if you are experiencing anything like related to any struggle from what we saw online, because again, it was traumatic, please seek some help. Please seek help from a mental health professional, because seeing things like that can affect your mental. So why are we here today for today's video? Today's video is more so just about, what's been going on in the market in terms of XRP. And XRP has been performing pretty good. It's doing a lot better than what I expected it to do. I thought that it was good. I was preparing for it to drop extremely low, but it's actually holding up pretty good, and I'm very happy about that. So let's just dive right in. Let's look at the charts. Let's go to crypto bubbles. And then I got some other things in store, and then we will end this video. So let's go. Okay, here. So looking at the charts, we are currently on the weekly chart here for XRP. Performing good, performing well here. I think that it is, with this bullish flag pattern, is getting ready to move. It's loading up, right? Altcoin season is approaching, or we are entering it, right? And we hit about $3.18, I believe, this morning, or sometime today or last night, I believe. But I believe we are getting ready to see some bullish activity here. Now, I personally was preparing for XRP to drop for red September. But next week, we got some big news coming from the feds, and it may be a rate cut. That's the rumor, right? I don't know if the rumor is true, whatever, it's a rumor. But what's being said is that the rates are going to drop. Again, what is being said is that the rates are going to drop. So now, if the rates drop, then red September is probably most likely canceled. So I think from there, we're probably going to see movement up to, we're going to pass the 366 range, because that's what we hit back in July. And we'll probably hit maybe $4 or $5. Hopefully. This is why I got my mark in it. I got it around like 450-ish, 448. I think we're going to probably hit that, hopefully. What happens? What does it look like from there? It's probably going to look like what happened last year, right? So what happened last year around this time? Look, you see here we are looking at last year's chart. Last year we had some crazy movement with XRP. I remember when this joint took off, I was looking like, whoa! This when it was around 50 cent, and then like it went problematic here, right here. That's when it hit like the $2 and the $2.85, that range last year in December. So it's looking like we're probably getting a repeat of that. So we'll see what happens, right? Just hang on, hold on, and prepare yourself, prepare your bags. All right, Moving along. Let's see how we're doing here. So, looking at cryptobubbles.net, everything is performing pretty good. You even look, you got Doge performing good. You got Pepe, even Trump. The Trump coin everything is rolling pretty good on a daily. XRP, as you can see, BNB, etc. Right? But in terms of this video, we're talking about XRP. All right, looking at XRP right now. XRP is currently sitting at 185.46 billion market cap. It is currently ranked number 3. Is back in that number 3 spot. Remember, it lost the number 3 spot to Tether, and it got knocked down to number 4, which is still good. I mean, it's still top 10, right? But number 3, top 3 is definitely really good. It's currently sitting at $3.11, which is great. I believe last week we dropped down under $3, and look, we're above $3, which is great. So for the hour, we are down 0.3%. For the day, we are up 1.3%. For the week, we're up 11.1%. For the month, we're up 1%. And lastly, for the year, we are up 453%. So we're still looking good for the year. That was one thing that I've been harping on in all my videos, is the fact that we are still up. It's just not performing how people wants it to perform. Everybody wants it to just keep going up and just to hit $1,000. You know, it'll probably get there. It's going to take some time. But the thing about this, the hardest part about this whole process, this entire process, is being patient. That's the hardest part about this, right? So moving along. All right. So let me refresh this to be safe here, to be on the safe side. All right. Okay. So it's refreshed. So moving along. Are we in altcoin season? We possibly are in altcoin season. We hit altcoin season. So according to the altcoin season index, we're currently at a score of 80, right? So anything that's above 75 here, we're in the season. So we're here, guys. It's coming. I believe probably next week we'll probably see like some big movements with some altcoins. So hold on to your bags. All right, we are there. We're there. It'll probably get a little stronger too as the week goes on. All right, so just hold on. Okay. All right, moving along. We're gonna move to X. All right. All right. So moving along to X here. I have a few things I want to just check out with you guys. The first one is, this was posted by Digital Asset Daily, the XRP ETF. So, Well Insider basically posted this, and this is a reputable page to follow here. I believe I talked about this page plenty of times. But just in, Rex Osprey XRP ETF set to launch today. That was September 12th, which was yesterday. Today is September 13th. But the XRP ETF launched. So here we go. That's one of many, right? We have more to come. Next, I want to play this quick video. It's about 2 minutes long, so bear with me. It is a interview with All In Crypto with Jay Claver. I believe I posted some of his stuff before. Jay Claver, he is a very good person to follow when it comes to this XRP stuff, this crypto, man. He talks about this stuff on his YouTube channel. So I follow him on YouTube, and then he's out doing interviews. He's in the rooms with the right people. So yeah, definitely don't be afraid to check him out. If you're on X, check him out. If you're on Twitter, if you're on X, check him out. And if you're on YouTube, check him out. And okay, this is a little Easter egg here. I don't know if people are noticing this, if you all can see this. Let me zoom in. Let me make sure you can see this. I'm going to zoom in, okay? This is a little Easter egg, right? If you look and see how many people he is following, right? This is so funny. He's following He's following 589 people. Now, those of you that know, you know. What is the significance behind 589? People, I keep saying that that's the number that XRP is going to hit. It's going to hit $589. Everybody keeps saying that. Even like the CEOs and all that, and CFOs, everybody is hinting at 589. So that's the significance behind this number. But it's so funny that I noticed, I just noticed this, the 589 that he's following, which is pretty cool. All right. But anyway, let's watch this video really quick, and then we will close it. We will close this out.
An individual from Franklin Templeton that essentially said, look, these are global commodities, right? They're not stocks. They're not things like this. I know, interestingly, BlackRock's head of digital assets, Robert Mitchnick, actually wrote a paper alongside an individual on the board of Ripple. Have you seen that paper about the valuation of Ripple?
I have.
And what are the high estimates for that valuation, by the way? And we'll probably throw it up on screen, was $32.90 something cents, right?
Well, yeah, in the paper, but Robbie actually created a calculator. It's difficult to find online now.
Okay.
But it actually shows how XRP would need to operate at around $10,000 per token.
Wow.
To fulfill its actual use case. So yeah, interesting that Robbie's now in the position there at BlackRock.
And I stumbled upon this paper because we were talking about ETFs with someone, and I said, you know, I think people are underestimating how much volume the XRP ETF is actually going to see. I think it's going to beat Ethereum, certainly to get to that $10 billion mark. It was 250 something days. I don't think it will quite beat Bitcoin at 52 days. I could be horrifically wrong. I'd love to be wrong as an XRP holder. So I think it falls somewhere between Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I think if you look at what the CME futures have done, they're the fastest ever futures to get to $1 billion in open interest.
3 months.
Yeah, 3 months. Yep. Crazy. And so I think people are underestimating that. And one of the questions came up, well, BlackRock's not going to offer an XRP ETF. And I said, well, why wouldn't they? Robbie literally worked at Ripple in 2017, wrote papers on valuing it. Seems logical, right?
Well, anytime they've been asked about it, and Brad as well, they just say, I can't talk about that.
Right. Yeah, they give us the wink, as it were.
Yeah.
But this is interesting. And I think also in terms of how do you value this stuff, and we'll get on to maybe how you're looking at valuing this stuff. People also aren't accounting for the world that we may be in the next 5 years. You know, if you look at the largest stock in the 1800s, we're not going to go that far back. In 1980, it was IBM in the US.
All right. Okay. Let me come back to you all. Okay. All right. So there you have it. So you have Jay Claver saying, hey, like, there was a calculator basically showing that XRP is, for it to operate, it has to operate at $10,000, 10 G's per token. But yeah, there we have it, guys. I think that we have some big news coming this week. I think that altcoin season is approaching us. So whatever you are holding, hold on to it. Hold on to it. Again, first of all, I didn't even say this, so let me say it right now. But, you know, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an expert. I am just a guy that stocks crypto. Okay. All right. So with that being said, people, please like, subscribe, whatever, you know, and prepare your bags, because this is probably going to be a huge season here. As he said, we saw that we had an ETF approved, and then more to come. And then people don't even they want to talk about it, but they can't even talk about the BlackRock situation. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But anyway, people, I'm out. Peace.